business basics training on Tuesday night. My name is Quoc. I'm an emerald in the company. Been doing this business for about 14 months. Okay, so I've been lucky enough for Cam and Marco to give me this opportunity to train you guys on the business basics. Okay, so I just want to say thanks to them and for giving me this opportunity to do this. Also, I want to give congratulations to our new diamonds, Kyle and Aaron. So big congratulations to them. Okay, so I just want to start off with before I start, can everyone hear me? Oh well, good. Just whoever can type in the chat box. Alright, awesome. Now the reason why we do the business basics, because you see these steps here, these 6 simple steps. You can develop a 6 to 7 figure income if you do these 6 steps. Okay, if you continue to do these 6 steps and action towards them, you know, for 2 to 5 years, you can earn that 6 to 7 figure income. Okay, so the importance of the business basic is so fundamental in our business, and I don't think a lot of people are putting enough emphasis on it. Okay, so I always tune into the business basics because I know that I can learn off, the emeralds and the diamonds who are always doing this. Okay, so hopefully I can add a lot of value to you guys and run you through the business basics. Okay, so we're going to head right into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to start off with is our why. Now we talk about our why a lot in this company, okay, because it is the driving force of what you do. No one cares about what you do. It's until they know why you do it. Okay, so the why is the magic dust. It's the invite, presentation, opening, and driving force. Okay, so this little diagram here, I think created by Simon Sinek. Okay, so he calls it the golden circle. Okay, so a lot of people know what they do. Some people might know how they do it, but not many people know why they do it. Okay, and a lot of people or companies or communicate from the outside in. Okay, so what we're trying to do at Your Health is we're trying to communicate from the inside out. Okay, now if you can construct your why, if you can develop your why in a way you can communicate efficiently to people, you're going to develop that connection. And it's all about the emotional connection of your why when you're talking to a prospect or the audience. Okay, does everyone follow me? Okay, so this is the basics of our business, the why. The why has to be strong enough, because when you're in times of doubt, or when people are negative towards you, or when people are laughing at you, your why is strong. So you stay true to yourself and keep pushing through until you become successful. But if your why is weak, you're going to quit the business in 2 weeks because someone said no to you. Now, I've been in this business for 14 months, and I signed some of my good mates up, and someone said no to them. He got really excited because someone was going to buy an MRP from him, and he was like fully excited he's going to sell it. And the next day he went to the guy and said, "Oh, I just need money for that MRP." And the guy said, "Oh, actually I don't want it. I don't want it anymore." And he was so crushed from that, and he basically quit the business. So his why wasn't obviously not strong enough. You know what I mean? So you got to develop your why. So start from the inside and work your way out. Okay? So how do we create that? 3-part structure. Pretty simple, guys. So okay. So where you were. This is fundamental in constructing your why in an efficient way so people can understand and relate to it. Okay? You discuss where you were. Now, when you discuss this part, you focus on the frustration and the problems you had. Okay? When you can focus on the problems and frustration that you had before you saw Your Health, people can connect to that. 2 problems that people can connect to so easy is health, because 60% of Australians are overweight or obese, right? So I think that's a big problem. Okay, so, and frustration, I would say finance or financial stress. Okay, so when you're discussing this, you want to link those two things into where you were, because everyone can relate to that. Okay, so with me, where I was struggling with money. You know, I was a PT, and you know, as a PT, you got to pay rent every week, right? And if you don't earn enough money, you're kind of behind, or you have to dig in your savings to pay rent. Okay, so I was a PT for about 2 years. Okay, the income of PT always up and down. You can't, it's not stable. Okay, so if one person goes on holidays, or if one person's sick and you train them 3 times a week, that's like $150 gone out of your pay. You know what I mean? So my problem was financial stress. You know what I mean? And also, so I would talk about that. I would touch on how that made me felt. Okay, it was really frustrating being in that position of, being stressful. Thinking of, okay, I've got to work harder in finding money, and then you get angry because people cancel on you and you don't have enough money to cover rent or whatever. So I'll go into why I was frustrated, okay? And everyone has money problems and stuff like that, so people can relate to you a lot easier, okay? And then you go into what you saw. What you saw was the opportunity with the company, and this is the part where you edify. Edify simply means talking highly about a person or a product or the company or the opportunity or whatever, okay? So how I would edify it, when I first saw the company, I saw world-class products backed by world-class athletes and medical doctors, and it had this thing called NDS, and it guaranteed the absorption of all the nutrients into our bloodstream. Okay, that's what I saw. And not only that, it had a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if I bought the products, didn't feel look or feel younger, I could send it back. So there's no risk. That's what I saw. You know what I mean? So I was really product-oriented because I was a PT. You know what I mean? And the opportunity kind of scared me, but I wanted to do it because I wanted to try the products. Okay, so you just edify that, and then you go into your vision for what you see for yourself, for the team. Okay, so what you would create through this business, what you would create for your team and others. My vision was to sell products when I first started. Okay, because the company is quite new when it hit Brisbane, and we weren't training and stuff, but now I'm talking to create a big vision. This vehicle, your health, can get to all your top values in life. Okay, so you got to talk in a way that you're so clear at what you're doing, the person says, I'm in, let's do this together. Okay, if you're half-assed or don't believe in your vision or don't even have a vision of what you're going to do, don't worry about that sign up. The guy's going to say no already. He's probably thinking about saying no because you're not clear about what you're saying, or you're not a visionary. Okay, so you got to have a strong vision when you start talking to people. You can't be unsure about yourself, okay? And your upline can help you create that vision, right? So that's how you create your why. Pretty simple, right? And then go to your list. So 50 people who are interested in being a select customer, okay? And then 50 people who would be interested in becoming an IR, okay? Fast business builders have an initial list of 200, okay? So when I get people to do the startup booklet, I go, you do the values and all the goal setting and stuff like that, do your list straight away. I want to see the list fully filled out and done. And people don't do it. They don't do it because they don't see the value in it yet. Okay, so you have to edify. It is super important that the list is fully filled out with full detail. Okay, so I say like this: if I give you $1 million, you write down or fill out the book the top 40 people who you want as your business partner. Okay, think carefully about it and write them down. Okay, so they can generate like the quality of people that they want to contact, and then you can develop a strategy to really get those people to a one-on-one or a studio presentation. Okay, so use social media, mobile phone, contact list, and memory bank. Okay, is everyone still with me? So I don't think I'm talking to myself. Whoever can type, please type. Awesome, I'm still good. Okay, so never discriminate. You don't want to discriminate on your list. So don't judge people based on your knowledge. You don't know what's happening in their lives. You know, they could be looking. You never know. So never discriminate on your list. So write everyone down, okay? So yeah, don't discriminate, okay? So this is the important part, right? Track and update your list is crucial, okay? If you do not track your list right now, okay, you're not going to be very successful in doing follow-ups. All right, I've learned this when I created a list of people and I just went nuts. Started contacting them, building a rapport. Some said no, some said yes. I don't know what's going on. I don't have any dates, and it's all over the shop. Okay, but when I realized I need to track it, so I developed a tracker, and then I use a tracking sheet now, where every time I add to my list, it goes straight to that detailed tracking sheet. And I know exactly what date I, made contact with. I know exactly how many times I did a follow-up. I know exactly what, their need or pain is. You know what I mean? And then I can do a follow-up, and I have a follow-up date. When should I follow up on this person? Okay? It is crucial that you start using it. If you're not using a tracker now, you've got to do it straight away, right now. Okay, not right now, but when you finish this the webinar. So the tracker is so important, okay? So it says here, 80% of sales happen in the 3rd to 8th point of contact, okay? If you're not tracking, you don't know how many contacts you've done, right? And then eventually you forget about the follow-up. Okay, I'll tell you why this is important, right? If you make contact with a person and they say no, right? That's cool. Maybe it's not their time. You do a follow-up in the next month. But if you forget about them, right? And another person from the company or your team or whatever talks to them, builds a rapport, and they come to a meeting, right? And they buy into that person, and it's the right timing for them, and they do it, and they get the stuff. You just missed out on a sign-up because you didn't follow up, right? So you guys understand the importance of having this tracked, and making sure you do the follow-ups. It's so crucial. Everyone has to do it. Okay. Moving along. So invite. Okay. This you need a role play. Without a good invite, or you don't know how to invite, you ain't going to get people to one-on-ones or presentations. Okay? So, with the invite, the first thing, you got to build rapport. Get to know them. Okay, I'm going to make it real simple. Build rapport means have a conversation to the person, not sales pitch in the first point of contact. Hey man, how you doing? Do you want to come to a presentation? You can make residual cash flow. Okay, that's not the way to go, because you're going to probably burn that contact, right? So this rapport process could take anywhere between, a couple of days to weeks, you know what I mean? Depending on if it's cold market, warm market, whatever, okay? But the most important thing is, I want you guys to get in the mindset of you have to be genuine about finding out about the person, about finding out about their values, about wanting to help them, okay? If you're not in that mindset, and you're in the mindset of, oh man, I'm going to get like 160 first order bonus off this guy, it's going to be awesome, I'm going to make it a little bit of quick cash. Okay? If your mindset is like that, they're going to see through that bullshit, okay? So you have to be genuine about what you're saying and really trying to help them, because if you can find out their pain, or, a pain that they're having in their life, and you can link it up how your health can help them with health, or even, financial, freedom, you have to have that genuine caringness about them. Okay, that's how you build rapport, by actually caring about the person you speak to, right? So creating value. What's in it for me? Everyone wants to know what's in it for me. Everyone you talk to, be like, okay, so how's this benefit me? Okay, so if you are a person new to business, you don't want to keep talking and talking and talking, right? Because you're going to just be talking about yourself, and they're going to be like, okay, so what's in it for me, kind of thing, you know what I mean? So you got to have this what's in it for me kind of line in your mind. So you really could create, how can it help them? So the reason how you get up to this point is asking power questions, asking about what their values are, what they want to do in life, some of their goals and stuff like that, and get into it, get deep into it, so you find out what drives them. Okay, when you're talking to a person who's really programmed or brainwashed, or we call it a sheep walker, they don't know what values are. So you really got to dig it out of them by asking a lot of questions, and listen, guys. You got to learn how to ask questions and listen. The most important thing is you got those two things: ask and listen. All right. Okay. Then you lock down a time and location. Okay. This is important as well. If you're half-assed about locking down a time and location, they're gonna cancel on you. Okay. If you say, "All right, man, yeah, yeah, we should catch up about, on Tuesday sometime. Yeah, I'll give you a buzz. Yeah, I'll let you know." Awesome. So that was a half-assed lockdown because you gave them a day, but you didn't give them any time. You didn't edify the value of your time. They're going to cancel on you. Okay. So the lockdown has to happen by edifying the importance of, let's say, I want to do a 2-on-1 with my upline. All right, Peter. Dude, I know you're excited about this business. I'm new, so I don't know that much, but I'm going to get you to meet Marco. This guy is a triple diamond. He knows everything about the company and the business, how it works. He's one of the top earners in Australia. Okay, his time is very precious, so I only want serious people to meet him. Are you one of those serious people? Yes or no? You know what I mean? Just get straight to him. So you got to edify the person who you're really talking to and make sure they know the importance of that person's time, so they won't cancel on you. Okay. So, and then they talk about edification. I'll talk about it right now. Okay. So, it says, the most successful people in this business learn very quickly to be the best at edification. Simply, edification is talking highly about a person or, a company or a business or whatever. Okay. So, what we go through is we teach how to edify by, always talking good about our upline, sideline, and downline. Always talking good about the company, the product, the comp plan, the culture. Always talk good about the industry, our supplements, other MLM companies. Okay, I'll give you an example. As soon as you talk negatively about, another company, it doesn't work anymore, they're too old, blah, 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 you know what I mean? What does that create to the prospect? It means, like, if you're in the same industry and everyone's bagging each other out, would that be a good industry to get involved with? You know what I mean? So always edify, always talk highly about, whatever you're talking about, like your sideline, product, comp plan, culture, whatever. Okay? Edification creates the highest form of leverage, and it's crucial to setting up each other for leadership, presentations, and meetings. Okay? So you got to role play this. I don't care if you role play it in front of your dog, your mirror, a pencil case, whatever. Just role play it. And when you role play, you talk out loud like how you talk normally with enthusiasm. So right now I'm talking really enthusiastic. When you role play, it has to be enthusiastic and with so much passion that you can learn that and then put it into practice when you talk to a real person. All right? Is everyone still with me? Just double check, because I'm going on a rant. Does this make sense to you guys? Yeah? All right, good. Don't talk bad about anyone. Okay. Yep. All right. So where's your attention at? Okay. Now, this slide just simply talks about drama, problems, detail, planning, vision. All right. Now, when you're new to this company, you're gonna be like so hyped up to tell everyone about what you're doing, but you don't know anything about it. So when you talk to people, you might get pulled into detail. Oh, you should try the Super Green. It has 13,000 ORAC, man. Digestive Ultra. Helps break down your meal. It's got like plant-based enzyme. Oh, the comp plan is amazing. It's a binary system. A left and right team. You get personal customer bonus and luxury car bonus, and it's amazing. Okay, we call that verbal diarrhea. Okay, so you got to plug the verbal diarrhea up with some probiotic fiber. Okay, so because when you start doing that, people are going to ask questions about a little bit more detail, and that pulls you into problems and then drama, because they're going to ask questions that you don't even know because you're still new to the company. Okay, so what my advice is for you guys to focus on the vision. Build a big vision. Okay, if you're not sure about your vision, that means you're going to work on your why a little bit more. Okay, ask your upline to how to develop your why a little bit more, and then the why will create your vision of how you're going to do that, how you're going to get there using this vehicle called Your Health. Okay, so the vision, when we talk to people, it's all about the vision. how big of, Dan always says, like, you always got to give them bigger shoes to fill. All right, paint the vision for them. Be a visionary. That's how we're going to sign up, a lot of our IRs who really want to do the business, okay? If we focus on the big vision, okay? No more playing small, okay? It's all about playing big. It's all about getting the A's, and you got to focus on the vision, okay? And then they might pull you into, okay, how are we going to do this? So you go into a bit of detailed planning. We've got the, the 6 steps. We've got all the tools online. You type in a password, you get all the tools, and you learn it. Simple as that. You know what I mean? So always stick to the vision and the planning, and try to avoid all the detailed problem and drama, okay, when you're talking to people, right? Okay, presentations. This could be one-on-one or, group presentation, okay? How you present is how they think you have to present, okay? Are you prepared? Are you on time? Are you dressed? How is your energy? Are you clear on the task ahead? Okay, so when I first started, I wasn't really good at being on time. I wasn't really good at being dressed. I was the shyest person in the room. I sat at the back, you know what I mean? I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what to do, you know what I mean? So when I first started this business, all these things weren't, in place. Because, I rocked up in, daggy jeans, baggy shirt, skate shoes to a presentation, you know what I mean? How's that going to create buy-in with anyone? So the most important thing with new reps, guys, is you make sure you set the standard high. You set the standard high because they think that's the norm. If you have low standards of your dress code and not being on time, you have lacking energy and you're not prepared, that's what they're going to have for their standards. And you're not going to run a very efficient system or business. Okay? So what do you do when reps don't dress, or when reps are not on time, or when reps are not prepared? Okay, you gotta hold them accountable. You gotta understand. All right, man. Are you an A, B, or C? Which one are you? A customer? A business builder? Or a or a big business builder? You want the big income. Okay. If you're an A, man, you can't dress like that, brother. You gotta have shoes instead of jandals. I remember one of my reps, Richie. He's an islander, and he used to rock up 10 minutes late to a presentation with jandals, which are sandals, long pants, 3/4 pants, I don't know what they were, and a tall tee, that means just a baggy shirt, and he would just rock up to the presentation and sit down in the back late. Okay, so I pulled him up on it. I was like, bro, what's going on here? You were late. And he was like, oh, sorry, bro, made some excuse to me and whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. But next time, man, we got to pick up the standards, bro. If you wanna make money, you got to pick up your A game, man. No one's going to buy into you if you dress like you're going to the beach. Right? So hold them accountable. Set your standards high so they know it's the norm. If you set your standards low, you're going downhill. All right? Group meetings. Are you meeting new guests, or are you talking on the phone? Are you asking guest questions, or are you talking about yourself? Are you at the front participating, or are you at the back on your phone? Guys, you need to meet new guests. If you see someone new in the presentation, you go to them, meet them, introduce them, make them feel welcome. Because when everyone does that, when all reps meet new people, like new prospects, it makes the prospects feel good, like comfortable, and then therefore they're more open to the idea. Okay? So that is so crucial, guys. We have to learn to do this a lot more, okay? So you got to ask questions to guests. Don't talk about yourself again. It's not all about me. It's about asking questions and listening, guys, okay? And also participation from all the reps is very essential to get the energy up, okay? Okay, so presentation flow. The why is 40%, what is 20%, how is 40%. Okay, all this simply means is this is the structure of how presentations should go. Okay, why is always the first part, because it creates an emotional connection to the prospect or to the audience. You got to connect. You got to share your 3-minute why, and you have to connect to the people by asking questions and listening and stuff like that. Okay, so and then you do the business and the product, right? And then you're open, Open means opening another, a relationship, or not a relationship, a partnership, right? And then SNIOP and a system, okay? So you gotta create a sense of me too, not so what. Me too, as in when the person's speaking, they should be saying in their mind, me too. I feel like that too. I'm frustrated like that. I need to do this to change my life. Not, I don't care about this guy's story. This is boring, blah, blah, blah. So what? This doesn't really matter to me. Okay? So you got to create me too. Think about that in your mind. You got to create that me too. And how you do that is your why, power questions, and also you got to understand a little bit about their values. Hold on for 1 second, guys. Okay, so that's how the presentation flows, okay? So remember the golden circle, focus on the why, then the how and the what, okay? Let's move it along. Okay, opening. Opening is just another term we use for opening a partnership or opening a partnership with a customer or a business partner and so forth, okay? It's not about closing, because that's sales, okay? We're looking for business partners. We're not looking to, sell product all the time, okay? I know it's about product, but we are opening partnerships, okay? So, 3-part to opening: handling objections, concerns, SNIOP, and follow-up. Okay, handling objections, easy. Feel, felt, found. Feel, I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but what I found was blah, 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 blah. Okay, you can handle any objection if you use feel, felt, found. Write that down, memorize it, whatever. Memorize it? Memorize it. Whatever you got to do to remember that, because any objection you have about the price is too high, I don't have enough time, I'm not confident, whatever, I know how you feel. Man, I felt the same way when I first started, okay? But what I found was, and then you list what you found. It's simple as that, okay? SNIOP is susceptible to the influence of negative other people, okay? So you got to understand there's going to be a lot of negativity that is going to be thrown at you, especially when you're a new rep, okay? So you got to prepare them for that, because if you don't prepare them for that, as soon as they type in your health on Google, all those crappy blogs come up saying, oh, your health is a scam, blah, 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 because I was one of those people who did that, okay? So that gave me a little bit of doubt. So you got to prepare people for that, okay? And then the follow-up is obviously another point of contact. Dave made in his video saying, 3 to 8 times initial to even get them to purchase, and another 3 to 8 time to make the actual relationship a little bit stronger, so they can become a leader and so forth, okay? So if you don't ask a prospect what set would they like, how they're going to get in your business. You don't say, oh, what do you think about that? Okay? You got to ask him, man. You regurgitate all the information they say. Look, man, you've seen all the products, all the product line, the enzymes, the digestive enzymes, digestive health, acid alkaline balance. You've seen how world-class product they are. You've got NDS, guaranteed absorption in your blood. We've got fed amount of bacteria. You've seen all that. Do you see that helping you? Do you see that helping other people? Get them on the yes train. Yes, 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 yes. And then you saw the opportunity, right? Would you like to create, an extra bit of cash? What would 100 to 200 bucks a week do for you? You know what I mean? Get them positive, get them nodding, start nodding your head off to get them on the yes train, and then ask them, all right, bro, what set do you want to go for? Okay? What I recommend is the entrepreneur set. Okay? If you're serious about this, let's do this together because I can help you. Okay? You got to talk like that. You got to talk like they're going to sign up in the business, entrepreneur set and so forth, okay? So, handle objections, 3 parts. Okay, acknowledge the objection by understanding and being supportive of the objection, okay? So, I really use feel, felt, found. I think that really works quite nicely because it's very universal to use to any objection, okay? So, and then this just talks about, you got to acknowledge them, because if you start arguing with their objection, they're not going to buy into what you're saying, okay? So acknowledge is the first thing. then create a new perspective, create a new way of seeing it. Oh, it's too expensive. Oh, the way I see it is not an expense. It's rather an investment. Okay, if you invest in this now, and like a year's time you made $1,000 from it, would you consider that an expense or an investment? You see that? I offered a new perspective. Okay, and then reestablish the vision and value. Regardless of the response, move on and establish the vision and the value that we can create. All right, pull them back into the vision. Big business builder, big vision, man. We're going to do this together. We're going to start a new team. We're going to build this business big because I want to earn 6 to 7 figure income. If you want to do that, let's do it now. Okay? Let's get the entrepreneur set. I'll show you the system. I'll do your startup booklet with you. I'll show you the information pack. We do business basic training together. I'll mentor you through, get you to Rising Star, get you to car bonus, get you to Emerald, get you to Diamond, and then work from there to Blue Diamond. You got to be sure of yourself when you say that, okay? If you're half-assed about it, you're not going to convince anyone, okay? All right. So I went through this already, okay? So I don't have enough time. I know how you feel. I felt the same way when I first started. You know, I was a PT doing all this, clients in the morning, training in the midday, and then clients at nighttime. I had no time. But what I found is if I didn't change anything, I would never have more time, okay? So I said, I need to do something. I need to do something right now because right now what I'm doing is not getting me more time. So what I did was I invested in the set, I learned the system, and now I'm creating residual cash flow. You see that? Feel, felt, found can handle anything on this list. I don't have another. I know how you feel, man. I felt the same way. But what I found was if I didn't invest in that, in the entrepreneur set, okay, I wouldn't have this residual cash flow that I'm having now. I'll be in the same situation where I'm trading time for money. And I've learned in this business, if you trade time for money, you're going to be broke. You're never, 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 ever going to be financially free. Okay, so you get my flow, right, guys? Is everyone getting this still? Sorry that I'm yelling. Just passionate, right? Okay, so that's the opening and how to handle objections. Okay, and then move right up. Okay, all concerns come down to two following things. Is this real and can I do it? Is this real and can I do it? Alright, when I first started, I didn't know what network marketing was. You know, I'm used to the system. Trade time for money. That's it. Employee, self-employed, nothing else. That's the programming. I didn't, you know, when this was pitched to me, I didn't know it was real. So what people think is you have to make sure they know it's real by edifying the company, the industry, the products, the people in the business, okay, backed by, you know, credible sources and stuff like that, okay? So can I do it? Can I do it is a massive one. If you're not talking about, man, I'm going to help you from the start, I'm going to coach you through this, we're going to do this together, all right? I want to make, you know, 6 to 7 figure income, I'm going to teach you how to do that. And we're going to do this together, so let's do it. Okay, so because if you're not convinced them that you're going to help them, they're not going to do it. Okay? Okay, dig for a problem, ask questions so we can provide a solution. Offer new perspective, offer a new positive focused perspective on all negatives. Highlight the values, gain versus no risk. Okay, so just focus on those two things. Is it real and can I do it? Just make sure they can buy into what you're saying, okay, when you're actually talking about this, okay? But personally, me, as I was scared because I didn't know if I can do it or not because it's so different. You must convince them that you're there to help them build it from the ground level up. You're holding their hand and taking them through the whole system. Proven system, work it 7 to 10 hours, 2 to 4 year plan, create residual cash flow. Simple as that, okay? SNIOP, susceptible to negative influence of other people. Okay, this is a big one, guys. Okay, this comes from false evidence appearing real. Okay, so people buy into negativity like that. Okay, if you didn't hear that, I clicked. They buy into negativity really fast because what sells on TV? Negative stuff, because it's involved in the drama and people like that, you know, they get entertained by that. That's how they get their kicks, you know. So you got to understand that. As you know, I'll give you a quick story. I introduced this this business to my mate. He was like, yeah man, I gotta make residual cash, personal development. Oh yeah, gotta do that as well. This is awesome company, let's do this together, blah blah blah. And I said before he left, bro, you see this assignment you have, you guard it close to your heart as possible, and let no one steal this dream away from you, because you know this vehicle could help you get to those goals you told me about. All right, don't believe in anyone who says you can't do it. Right? And he goes, yeah, all good, man. Like, I'm doing this. Okay. Next week, he's like, bro, man, you know, this person, my mate said, man, this is not gonna work, bro. It's like, yeah, it's too much hard work. Like, you know how much work you have to put in yeah, it won't work. And that's it. He let one person infect his mind with negativity. So prepare your reps. I should have prepared him a little bit more, because I didn't know how sort of weak-minded he was and buying into that negativity so easily, you know what I mean? Okay, but you got to prepare your reps for that. Okay. Okay. So you got to prepare them by doing this. When someone's negative towards you, or say someone you can't do it, do they know anything about success in their life? Do they know anything about the industry? Do they know anything about our company? If you explain this to a rep and be like, wait a minute, the person who's being negative to me doesn't know anything about network marketing, doesn't know anything about your health, doesn't have any success in life because they're trading time for money. Why should I listen to them? We are lions. Why should we even care about the opinion of the sheep unless you want to be a sheep? Okay? So you got to understand, we got to have this lion mentality and not care about what the sheep think, because it's not part of the status quo. You know what I mean? So guys, prepare your reps with this. Alright? Okay, so the weekly system. This is what makes it happen. This is how you earn 6 to 7 figure incomes. The system. You can't commit to this system yourself, don't worry about making multiple systems in your business. Okay? All meetings, must do, connect, city presentation, webinar training, 100% club. That is a system. Additional system is Super Connect, Diamond University, annual event, country annual event, and global event. California is coming soon in 4 weeks. Everyone get hyped up for that. Also, when you first start, you're not going to commit to the system. That's how everyone is, unless you edified it properly in making them understand the importance of the system. Because if they can't commit to this, it slows your business down, it slows their business down, and they're eventually going to quit. I still have reps today who don't fully commit to the system. Okay? It's all about building systems. But if you can't commit to it, how are you going to build a system? It's a no-brainer. You're just a customer. You're just selling product. You're a seed. You know what I mean? Just got to be real to yourself. You want to develop system, you got to commit yourself to the system, and then duplicate and create other systems, you know, around the country or state, whatever you want to do, different suburbs, whatever. Okay, but most important, my advice is to stick to the system. I'm a very coachable person. I have no ego, so I always listen to my upline. If he's saying you got to come to the system, I'm like, yep, I'm there. If he's like saying you got to dress up, yep, I'm there. But it didn't happen at the start, right? So you got to understand it takes a little bit of time. So you don't want to be a dictator. You just want to hold them accountable and be understanding, because you know when you do this, it's going to help your business grow. Okay, and that's step 6. That's a system. Okay, next step, stars and cars. I'm nearly done, guys. Start inviting using these new skills. Okay, refer 1,600 PV in your first 28 days. You get rising star. Okay. Simple as that. Once you get Rising Star, then you can qualify for the luxury car bonus. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, and then you get 6 stars. You help 6 people, you know, get the Rising Star, and then you get the luxury car bonus. Okay, so that's pretty simple. Stars and cars, right? And then, you know, follow up on selected customers, help them out with the, you know, winning the 8-week challenge. Really promote, you know, earning free, because that's how we duplicate customers. Okay, guys. So pretty simple there. Okay, last thing I want to talk about, don't extra compliance. So don't make health claims regardless of disease or cancer. Don't make medical or cure claims. Don't make false income claims. Don't make any claims. Always provide an IDS statement when discussing income. Always make sure your new customers and reps know about order ship. If they don't know about order ship and a payment comes out next month, they're going to ask for a refund. Okay? In this business, for the 14 months I've done it, I have had no refunds. Okay? The people that I sponsored, I have no refunds from them. Okay? So I made them aware of order ship. I know that, you know, if you don't make them aware, if you're not honest about it, you know what I mean? You're going to create a lot of drama later on. Okay? So that is it, guys. Thank you for listening to me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Did everyone enjoy it? Did I add enough value? Hope you guys learned some stuff. Is everyone still out there or are they asleep? Okay, cool. Heaps. Amazing. It's all the people from Brisbane. Thanks, guys. Before I leave, let's crank this up and get hyped up. Thank you, guys. I see you later. See you, Kelly.